What's good, Sheikah? Girl, did you get into this premiere episode of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood? I believe this is season 5. Girl, it came in with a bang. It was a whole hell of a lot better than what the fuck I thought it was gonna be. And girl, we gonna talk about the bullshit. We got introduced to the artist formerly known as K Michelle. She's now goes by Kimberly. She's supposed to be turning over a new leaf. Girl, I guess so. We're gonna get to that in a minute. She gets up with Bridget Kelly. Why the fuck is Bridget Kelly still here? I don't know. But she meets up with her, and she also meets up with Moniece. And I thought it was a really interesting sit down, but amongst friends. Her and Bridget Kelly are friends. They've known each other through the industry, and her and Moniece are real good friends. The Cray Crays always stick together, so I can understand them still, communicating and chit chatting with each other. And Bridget is no. K Michelle is telling everybody about the shit that she done went through with, having all the foreign subjects. With having all the removing all the foreign substances from her body, from getting these huge ass butt injections and ish like that. Bridget Kelly is discussing about how her and Booby, they're not really rocking with each other like that no more. And I always felt like him and Bridget Kelly was just something to do for the show. They're not communicating like that right now. Her and that lame ass Light Bright that she was with last season, they're not together no more. And then basically she's just now solely, I've been drinking, y'all, forgive me, solely concentrating on her music and girl Moniece really ain't got shit going on, the same shit she been had going on. But she let everybody know that her and Princess are still beefing with each other over the fact of she going on social media implying that Brandy is the surrogate that was carrying Princess's baby, which of course we all know now that that was just all bullshit, that Princess is actually pregnant. Basically, Moniece is saying she said it, she ain't taking a shit back, and she really don't give a fuck because at this point she hates everybody with the last name Norwood. What else went on? La 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 la. Ooh, we get to Miss Nikki Baby. I like Nikki Baby. I was not here for her first season. Somewhere between second and third season, she really started growing on me. I'm glad that she's still around. She was having a little event that was lit. A lot of people was there, more than likely a lot of movers and shakers. And so then we see Princess come up. And Princess at this point, she's 6.5 months. And Nikki Baby is just saying that how, her and Princess decided to get over whatever their issue was that they had. According to her, it was so small and trivial and so mundane that she doesn't even remember what the fuck the beef was about. So I'm really glad that the both of them decided to be mature ass adults and just get over shit that just don't matter. She shows up, Lyrica shows up, and that big beach whale Paris shows the fuck up. Lyrica shows up and she's telling everybody that, she's hearing that K Michelle has a problem with her, saying that, K Michelle is saying that she showed up an hour late and that, that definitely was not true. She may have been 45 minutes late, but she showed one an hour late. I really don't see what in the entire fuck 15 difference make, bitch, whether you're an hour late or 45 minutes late. The fact of the matter is you late either way. And she was just basically saying that, she really don't know how to feel about, K Michelle going around saying that, she's upset with her and this, that, and the third. And then, that's how Paris comes into fold. And basically Paris is telling her that, K Michelle, shit. we used to call her K Michelle, but out of respect for her, we're gonna call her Kimberly. That you know, Kimberly, girl, I'm tipsy boots. I'm sorry. She was saying that how you know Kimberly she's a sweet girl, real sweet. If she rocks with you, she rocks with you. When she loves you hard. But she has a whole nother side to her, and how she was really upset that she went on TV calling her a thief and this, that, and the third, because according to her, she's not a thief. She says she used the $50 for an Uber ride or some shit like that. But see, Paris, this is my whole thing with you, and this is exactly why I just don't the fuck like you. I don't know where you're like. That's why I'm kind of glad I'm not born in New York, because y'all New Yorkers, not all, but some of y'all New Yorkers, y'all just have this thing where y'all just refuse to understand anybody else's side but yours. Bitch, it does not matter whether it was $50 for an Uber ride or whether it was $5 for a 4 for 4 at Wendy's. The point of the matter is it was not yours to take. And while you're sitting around here upset at how K Michelle handled things, bitch, me and K Michelle are both from the same place, the South. And down South, bitch, it don't matter what the fuck it is that you took. You carried your ass in Uncle Bubba room and took his double bubble to fuck off his goddamn nightstand, bitch. By the time you come back from the farmer's market, getting the goddamn getting the watermelon for the family reunion, he done told everybody on the cul-de-sac that you a goddamn bubblegum thief and that your ass cannot be trusted. Like, I don't understand your logic, Paris. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you needed what you needed the shit for. It was not yours, nor did you ask her for her permission. See, you felt like because she's K Michelle and she's not gonna trip about the $50. And don't get me wrong, I get it. Maybe she wouldn't have tripped about the $50, but bitch, the point is, if y'all are friends and you're telling people how sweet she is and that she was willing to help you out, what the fuck did you have to feel the need to take from her for? You should not have took the shit, and she wouldn't have had a reason to come on national TV and call you what the fuck you is, bitch, a thief. And another reason why I don't fuck with you, Paris, is because you a goddamn hypocrite. Because how the fuck you gonna sit there? We all remember how when K Michelle My Life first came on and how you tried to fight Tracy because Tracy stole from her ass too, and the entire time you took from her, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey. I lost all respect for you from that shit, Miss Paris, and I still don't have no respect for you. And you really showed your true hand at the end of this episode. Like, I don't understand what the fuck you're here for. What qualifies you? What papers do you have? What credentials can you show us to get me to understand the reasoning behind you being here on Love and Hip Hop? Like, I don't know what you here for. I'm on my Kim Zolciak shit. Who the fuck dick I gotta suck to get this big bitch to fuck off my goddamn TV screen? Like, I'm not here for Paris at all. Anyway, because I could spend this whole video going in on that goddamn. Anyway, what else went on? Shit, Princess Lyrica and all of y'all, bitch, y'all better be careful chilling around that bitch. That bitch got sticky fingers. Y'all keep sitting around there chilling around with MasterCard Paris. Anyway, what else went on in the episode? Girl. Lyrica goes down to meet up with K Michelle. K Michelle is in the middle of practicing for one of her shows, I believe. And Lyrica comes in with a smile on her face, jamming to the music, because you know in her mind, she just thinks her and K Michelle is just going to get to the middle of exactly what was said, why she feels the way that she felt. She felt like it was just going to be an adult conversation, and that was going to be the end of it. The same way I thought that it was going to be. So, girl, K Michelle comes in, and K Michelle is like, well, you know, Lyrica, I think you're spoiled. She said, you know, you came in, you know, an hour late for the set, and she was like, you know, every minute that you're late, I'm being paid for it. I'm being billed for it. And I definitely understood where K Michelle was coming from, because she is absolutely right. Like, that does come out of the artist's paycheck every minute that the show is late. That takes money away from the budget. You understand what I'm saying? She already got to pay a whole bunch of bitches as is. For you to show up a whole hour late, like it's very unprofessional, and it does make a person who worked hard to get into the game, who's now in the game now, to see you come in and you kind of take advantage of it a little bit. And I really hate to say that because I like Lyrica a lot, and I do not believe that she showed up late on purpose. I don't believe that because I know how bad Lyrica really wants her music to get out. I know how badly she's been working on this, and I don't want to believe that this was anything done on purpose. And so she's trying to talk to her about the situation, basically trying to school her a little bit. And Lyrica, she gets a little offended because she's like, well, I'm not spoiled. I work hard for everything that I got. I work hard to get to where I am. And I can vouch for that. I can vouch for that because we all remember how A1 Steak Sauce really wasn't even trying to work with her on the album that she has out now because he was too busy working with everybody else. So I could kind of understand where she was coming from. And I don't think that she's spoiled. I do feel like it was just a huge misunderstanding. But K Michelle, this is where you lost me. Because K Michelle, you went from a 0 to 100 really, really, really fucking quickly. And I don't understand why. Unless the people behind the scenes cut out a read that Lyrica gave you, or cut out some shade that Lyrica threw at you before you started going off. Because K Michelle, it was like she was talking to you very calmly, and then you just gradually just at her, and then you started calling her bitches, and she what else? Her music ain't even popping. Ain't nobody looking at her, checking for her like that. Then you tried to go in on her marriage, talking about how it's just a marriage for. And then listen, I'm not even gonna lie. I felt the same way, K Michelle. Shit, I felt the same way. Not even K Michelle. I felt the same way Kimberly felt when they first came on. I did feel like it was a marriage of convenience because I felt like everybody else did. A1 Steak Sauce ass is gay. And as much as I like A1, I still do think his ass is gay. I still do think he's not living in his fucking truth. And that's why he's as eccentric as he is. And that's the reason why that Lyrica is still putting up with it, because she needs him. She does need him. Lyrica is bad at what she does. That bitch is bad, and she does it. She's turning it, but she's not where she needs to be. So that shows me that she needs some help to get there. He's who can help her. If this is a marriage of convenience, I can't really say that I'm mad at her because he can get her to where she needs to be, but I don't feel like that. And for you to just come off the rip like that, K Michelle, like, I really felt bad for Lyrica, because Lyrica really did not deserve any of them damn insults and reads that you was throwing up at her, K. Like, she really didn't. I don't care how you feel about it, K Michelle, she did not believe it. I mean, I said, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck how you feel about it, K Michelle. She did not deserve that shit. Then when she went outside, she came back. I guess she came back to say, really, K, like, how you gonna talk to me like that? Like, why can't we just be women and sit down and talk and blah, blah, blah? You start yelling all in the microphone, get the fuck out. I don't want you here. Da 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 da. Then she walking past you. You trying to push the stool all on her. It's like, hey, Michelle, you just went way too far. You sitting there, got a goddamn IV drip in your arm. You sitting around there yanking the goddamn IV drip, pulling it right along with your dumb ass, trying to fight and argue with her for what? Like, hey, Michelle, it was just way too, as much as I like you, K, it was way too much. And stop trying to come up on any platform you can hollering about you a new person, you a new K, you a new this, you a new that, and then it didn't take nothing for you to go back to that same red hair and wig snatching bitch that you was back in the first season of Love and Hip Hop. Get that together, because Lyrica didn't deserve that. Lord, I'm spitting this shit out, girl. It's this Bacardi right here. I'm giving them free promo. This Bacardi banana, bitch, life. You better get yours. What else went on? Solo Lucci got a goddamn mansion party. He done came into some newfound money from the people that's producing him or whatever, the people that's signing him, he was saying about how he was featured in the Jay-Z 444 documentary and this, that, and the third. And for what it's worth, I actually like Solo Lucci a lot. I really do. He gives me a gunplay type tee, and I fucked with him on Love and Hip Hop Miami. I really do like Solo Lucci. I think he's a lot of fun. I think he's a cool guy. I do think he is serious about making it up out the hood and, you know, doing what he got to do. But Lucci, have you learned nothing from TLC and New Edition? Like, these record companies do not give two fucks about taking every goddamn thing they ever given you back and leaving you with a bill for more than what the fuck they took you for. Like, I don't want you to get too caught up in the hype of the newfound money that you kind of lack off a little bit. Don't do that. Don't do that. I want you to make it, and I want you to succeed, my black brother. I want you to make it. I just don't want you to do the TLC move. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to do that. Continuously continue to spit out these music videos and these songs and whatever else it is that you do. Continue to push and pump to make your money, and then you could go off and have mansion parties and buy Ferraris and yachts and this and that and the third. You could do all of that when you get one good album under your belt. Then I'll allow you to do all that. But until you get an album and a song that's out over here in Virginia and not just tribute to over there in California, I don't want you to spend all your money for Love and Hip Hop purposes, Solo Lucci. Please don't do that. But other than that, you fine and you all right with me, and I'm glad to see you working, and I'm glad to see you back, and I'm glad to see you got rid of that pesky ass net named Alexa Sky. Lord, Ray J and Princess. Ray J and Princess is still going through their shit. I don't know why in the fuck Princess felt like she washed her pussy in some gold shit, and that Ray J just gonna automatically stop cheating just to be with her. Like, Princess, I feel about you the way I feel about Keely from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and that's, I think you think way too highly of yourself, and I feel like you think way too highly of this situation. First and foremost, Sonya don't even want your ass in her fucking family. She doesn't. Like, honestly, Princess, there is nothing that you could ever do that would make Sonya like you, just off of the fact that you was a stripper and or a video vixen before you met her son. I feel like a lot of the beefs that you started with him was fucked up. How you came in between the friendship and work relationship between him and Morgan, a bitch that he was working with before he even knew who the fuck you was. The shit that you got going on with Moniz, the shit that you had going on with Tiara, despite the fact that I do feel like Tiara bought a lot of that shit on herself still. I really feel like a lot of what's going on with you, Princess, is karma. Bitch, if Halle Berry and Beyonce could get cheated on, I don't know what in the flying fuck make you think that you gonna be exempt from a nigga breaking your goddamn heart. And then you put all of these lifetime expectations on the guy who has showed you time and time again that he ain't nothing more but a fuck nigga. That's all he's ever been, and that's all the fuck he ever gonna be. Talk about something he working. Ray J working on what? Working on what? Because you ain't had no album out, no music out for Lord knows how long. So what are you working on? You were supposed to be working on the Scooty bikes, bitch. What the fuck happened to them? I know them shits ain't selling because we surely as fuck ain't got no Scooty bikes down here, bitch. So what work do you have going on that you chilling around in the hotel room with different bitches? That's how you know what type of celebrity status that you're on. See, when you're on the type of Chris Brown or T-Pain or Snoop Dogg type of level, you know, they normally have disclosures and contracts for bitches to sign before they come and chilling in the hotel rooms and this, that, and the third. For these hoes to be just so free and easy to come into any room that you at, taking pictures of you and feeling comfortable enough to send them with your wife. And I'm going to tell you exactly why they felt comfortable enough to sending that shit to your wife. Because you don't even respect your wife. So why in the fuck should they? But I do agree with Sonya that Princess had no business putting y'all family business out there on Front Street. Your relationship will not, your marriage will not get better so long as y'all keep putting y'all real shit up out here for all of us to scrutinize and see. Y'all are in the public eye too much for that, Princess. I don't know what you got out of that. You just made it a lot easier for other bitches to come to hotel rooms with your man because clearly, girl, he don't love you enough to stop cheating on you. Nor do he love you enough to come home to your 6-month pregnant ass. For him to get into an argument with you and be gone for a couple of days and you sitting there pregnant as well should show you how much he really gives a flying fuck about you. I'm just saying. But with all of that being said, Mama Sonya, you get on my goddamn nerves. Like, Mama Sonya, you got your own man, your own marriage, your own marital problems to worry about. You're just way too comfortable with being able to just come in and out of this woman's home like that. Like, I don't understand the family dynamics that y'all got going on, but Lord knows I couldn't be Princess, because bitch, I would have cussed you the fuck out. I would have gotten all of my goddamn locks changed, and I would have gotten a brand new security code for my goddamn house. Your ass would, your old overgrown, ornery, rusty ass will not be sitting your dusty ass puss on my goddamn chair whenever the fuck you feel like it. And that's just as honestly as I can put it. What else went on? Girl, we got introduced to some new stripper trying to turn into a rapper. Some girl named Apple Betty. No, I believe it's Apple Watts. She's dancing at solo Lucci shit or whatever. She sees A1. She decides to go over there and rap for A1. I actually appreciated what A1 did. He went on ahead and listened to what she did because it is quite bold of her to try to rap for him while she's there stripping, working, trying to make money because she is a stripper. But he went on ahead and listened to what she had to say. He gave her some great critiques. And I'm kind of glad that she did that. I was kind of feeling her a little bit. And then Lyrica comes in, walking in like Storm Girl, all mad and upset that she sees a stripper dancing on her man. So she gets upset about that, gets upset at A1, smacks him. Lyrica, you really need to keep your hands to yourself. Like, honestly, Lyrica, you really, really, really have to keep your hands to yourself. Like, this ain't the first time I've seen you ratch around and try to put your goddamn hands on A1, because I'm telling you, when A1 haul off and backhand the fuck out of you like Jody did Yvette, you're going to be the first one crying. Trying to go to the police, get him arrested, getting restraining orders, coming up here trying to make this a storyline. Keep your goddamn hands off that man. Like, Lyrica, that's the second time I've seen you try to hit this. Keep your hands to yourself, Lyrica. You rubbed me the wrong way with that. So anyway, she's telling him about everything that went down with K. Michelle. A1 gets all in his feelings because, you know, he feel like he helped K. Michelle out on the first song that she came out with on her previous album. He felt like they had a really good relationship. So he felt like it was really out of pocket the way that he came at his wife. So he was going to holler at her about that. And as he should, because that's not his girlfriend, that's his wife. So, what else happened? Girl. So here's why I'm a dig in Paris. Big fat ass again. So we get down to AD's fashion show line. She has a exercising clothing line, I believe it is, or whatnot, for men and women. And the stuff was cute. From what I saw, it was really, really cute. Monique was in a good space. AD is in a good space. Mr. Ray is there. Hey, Ray. I fuck with her. She was there. It was really good to see her. And girl, out of nowhere, here come Bridget Kelly. And here come messy ass Paris. Granted, the last time, all when Paris and all of them was together, and Princess was telling them about how Moniece went on social media talking about that whole Brandy and surrogacy shit, she told them that the next time Moniece is around, for them to drop a dime. And see, this is where I do not respect Paris. Her and Bridget Kelly shows up. They see Moniece is there. Of course, Moniece gonna be there. That's their girlfriend. So Paris' big fat ass gets up and decides to go and call Princess and let Princess know that Moniece is there. Princess shows up feeling like she's about to do some real damage, coming up there disrupting the whole fucking fashion show, grabs the microphone, basically telling all of Moniece's business, asking her, what kind of a parent will go up on social media to say that another woman is carrying another woman's baby, and wait till I drop my baby, I'm gonna show you how to be a real parent, and this, that, and the third. And girl, Moniece is sitting there quiet as a church mouse with a blank stare on her face. Like, if looks could kill, Princess ass would have dropped dead from the minute her pregnant ass wobbled on that goddamn stage. Girl, Moniece had enough of arguing with Princess. When Princess told her when she dropped the baby it'll be on site, Moniece said, bitch, I can do you one better. Moniece gets up, grabs a chair, tries to run on stage to whoop her goddamn ass. Now, this is the part where Paris really pissed me off at. Paris gonna say, really, Moniece? Really? Like, who picks up a chair and tries to throw the chair at a pregnant woman? You really should have picked that chair up and threw it at me. Because had you threw it at me, I would have gave it to you. Bitch, you wouldn't have did shit. Because if you was as bad as you said you was, as soon as you saw Moniece, you would have ran up on that bitch and said, now what was the fuck shit that you said about my friend not having a goddamn baby? Like, this is the thing that I don't understand with y'all women. Y'all pregnant women put yourselves in these predicaments to get fucked up. And then when y'all do, y'all sit around and act like somebody is supposed to care. And the sad part about this shit is you picked the most inopportune time to want to tell Moniece about herself. AD and her clothing line and her fashion show did not do a motherfucking thing to you, Princess, for you to come up there with that bullshit the way that you did. And honestly, had AD and Moniece stumped a mud hole in your ass, I wouldn't have gave a fuck. Sheikah wouldn't have gave a fuck. And I promise you, it would have been your fault and it would have been Paris's fault. Y'all can sit around here and try to throw in she's pregnant all you want. Bitch, she should have thought about that before she allowed Paris to get in her goddamn head, to put a battery in her back, to come up here and get a mud hole stumped in her. Because, Princess, this is the thing. Nobody is believing that if you and Moniece were to get into a fight that you will win. I'm sorry, Princess. I'm sorry. I have only seen you try to fight two people. That's Morgan and that's Tierra Marie. Morgan and Tierra Marie cannot fight. They can't fight. They can't fight. I'm going to need for you to do this on a bitch that can fight. And I'm sorry, you had ample amount of time to get at Moniece before you got pregnant. So why in the fuck would you sit there and pull some trifling shit like that, then try to act so surprised and shocked at the reaction that you got? Like, I don't respect you at all, Princess. Personally, I would love to see you and Ray J get the fuck off the show. Y'all don't bring in anything new. I'm so tired of y'all stale ass storylines. First of all, I'm sick of you not having a storyline unless you're around somebody. Like, you don't have nothing interesting going on in your life other than the fuck shit that you got going on in your anyway, because this video getting too long. This is the last part of the shit, y'all, and I'm getting the fuck up off of here. A1 decides to go to K Michelle's. Fuck it. She K Michelle. A1 decides to go to K Michelle's house and basically call himself trying to talk to her and or check her about the situation that went down between her and Lyrica. And see, A1, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was in your corner until you started throwing a whole bunch of insults. First of all, A1, and this is the God's honest truth. Lyrica can sing, but not on a level that K. Michelle can sing. So for you to try to sit there and talk about how she really can't sing, and you had to marginalize and do this and that to auto-tune or whatever to help her voice and this, that, and the third, and she's been blackballed from radio and but see, this is the thing though. And then you tried to sit there and talk about how she's jealous of Lyrica. But this is the thing, though. We would not know who the fuck Lyrica Anderson is if it was not for this show. You understand what I'm saying? And the sad part about it is, A1, you didn't even believe in your wife enough to even help her out in the previous season. So for you to now try to sit up here and act all high and mighty and righteous and try to stand up for your wife and her career to K. Michelle now, I mean, it is kind of funny. It is kind of, and K. Michelle is absolutely right. You do work for somebody. It's really not as if you own your own company. So, and even though your song and her song is on the charts, K. Michelle's songs and her albums have been on the charts way before we knew who the fuck y'all was. Like, let's not forget, K. Michelle, we know K. Michelle since season 1 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and that was back in what, 2012, 2013. This is now what, the 7th season we just got finished with. So, I mean, I get what you was doing and I get what you was saying. Like you really could have found some better reads. But I'm gonna tell you something though. I do not believe for 1 minute that K. Michelle is lying about this whole Safari and Lyrica shit. Do I believe that Safari fucked Lyrica? I do not. I do not. But do I believe Lyrica wants to fuck Safari? Absolutely. Bitch, y'all know I'm dating Kenny ass, but I was show in the fuck ride Safari big ass dangling from here to Timbuktu if I could. And with that, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever, bitch. I'm about to get the fuck up off of here because I'm 31 minutes in. I could go on and on and on, mainly because I'm tipsy boots, but I'm not. I'm about to get the fuck up off of here and have maybe 1 or 2 more swigs of this because I'm off tomorrow. And I'm gonna talk to you later. Bye.